Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll show you guys how to deploy a full stack application to on render. So on render, and then click on the first link. It should take you to the on render hosting platform. So without further ado, it's still loading. Without further ado, let's get started. So if you are new here, you just get started for free, and yeah. So let's get back to the actual application. So this is a full stack application. This is the backend, and this is the front end. The front end was developed with React.js, and then the backend was developed with Node.js. So let me run it so you guys can see how it looks like. To open your terminal on Mac is Control Shift Backtick, and I think to open it on Windows is also the same. So right now I'm in my um, repo directory for the full stack application. Let me change directory to the backend, and to run my backend application, I will just need to do node. Just type node. No, sorry, node, and then the entry file, which is app.js. I hit enter, and takes time for it to connect. Start a server port, and so connect to DB. Let me open up a new terminal in the same tab and change directly to my front end. Front end. And to run a React app, all you need to do is npm start. This should start your React application. So taking some time. As you can see that the backend was running on port 5000, and for React application the default port is 3000. So right now it says started the development server. All right. Okay. As you guys can see, this is the application. It's a full stack application. Let me log out. I just developed this for this purpose. Register. Say test at gmail.com. Password is 12345. Confirm 12345. Then registration successful. Let's to login, and then it takes me to login, and the email was test at gmail.com 12345. Boom. All right, so this is the application, the simple application here. Glucose for person. Yeah, so that is it. The purpose of this video is to deploy this application on render rather. Yeah, so open up a new terminal. So as you can see, the backend and the front end are in there are two different folders, right? So what I would like to do is I would like to first rename the two folders. So if I list my content, I have backend and front end. I would like to rename the backend to server, and I also like to rename just run the command mv. We're going to move front end to something like client. Yeah. um all right, so now I have client and I have server. So I also like to move this client to I would like to move it inside the server. So the only thing we are left with here is just the server. Now I'll change directly to server, and let me even try running. Let me go back and kill sorry. Okay, let me go back and kill this backend. All right, remember I've moved the folder to server. So now I've killed the backend. Let me try and start again. Do node app.js, right? It started already. So we're good, right? Let me just open up a new this, of course, this is gonna have a problem because I've moved it. All right, so as you can see that our backend is running. So now I'm in the front end tab, Um, what went wrong? What went wrong? What went wrong? It didn't change or what? I'm going to close this guy. Okay, so because this is where we've been working for now. All right, so we have client here. Let me change the rest to client. Yeah, so this is the front end. Now, because we'll be deploying this application, for React app, if you want to deploy, the first thing you need to do is run npm run this command npm run build. It's going to build a, a static file for us that will deploy to on render. So run npm run build is building it, create automatic production build. All right, so it said compile successfully. It means this is built. So it has built so it has created a build folder for us with static JS, static CSS, and all. And yeah, so let me open this thing again. I think this is an error. Let me just remove this file here so that it doesn't confuse me. Where is delete? Let me just delete this guy. All right, so it's gone. So this is the client right that we just, and you can see this. This is the build folder that it just generated for us. So let's move on. So now we need to go back to, we need to enter our, okay, so this is our, let me, all right, so this is the client folder and this is the build file that it just got built for us, and inside the build we have the static, and what we're trying to save is actually this index.html. Yeah, so this is what we're saving, which is like the front end. Yeah, so but before we do that, let's go inside our uh, app.js. So in our app.js, I also like to open my, okay, so this is our app.js, and I already did this thing. If you've not done it before, it's cross origin resource sharing. So you just do it, but I believe for a front-end application to communicate with your backend application, you must have done this. So but what I need to do, I would be using like, so when you're serving static files, there's this way we do it in Node.js. I'll need to import part from, I need to import part from part like this, and it's not to waste our time. I also need to import this file URL to part. Yeah, file URL to part from, it's coming from URL. And let me just create a variable says then name, and then assign to part, then assign to part just the name. So that's how to complete. Normally, that's that is code suggestion, but I won't do that because since I've already initialized this, imported this file URL to part. This is what I'll be. That's what I'll be using here. Just go file URL to part, and then I would import dot meta dot URL. Yeah. Doing this, the next step is going to be to use. So let me just come down this place and do something. Let me just quickly say something like maybe use. So here we're trying to use this client folder that we brought in here. This client folder I brought in here. So let's try and use that. Right. Use something like maybe client app. So we're trying to use app and client app. And then to use that, just run app.use the same way we use our express.json, right? And the same way we use this course. So app.use, and then you say this time is going to be express. It's already auto completing completing it for me. Let me just follow the auto completing, and then in this string, remember when you built it, it created, but if you use vit, it's going to if you use vit to create your React app, I think it's going to be in the dist folder. So you could just run so here we, instead of, I'll just run client forward slash build. But if you use vit, it's going to be this that you will replace there. So let me just complete this guy. And Okay, done. And let's just render any URL. Let me create a say render client to probably any any part, something like that. So here is going to be, of course, app.get, and when you want to render anything, it's just going to this asterisk means render anything, and then of course our request dot response return value, and you say rest dot send file. Where is it? Rest dot send file, and then in this place is going to be path to join. It's already to complete it for me. So part the join, then underscore, then name, and then client build. And here, this is what we're trying to save. We're trying to save this index.html. So here is going to be index.html like that. Where the error come from? Okay, yeah. So once you do this, you're good to go. Yeah, once you do this, you're good to go. You're good to go. So let me save this file. But I think I will need to do some configuration in the package.json. So in the package.json, just add something like say type, and then it's going to be module. Yeah, something like this. And also in that script, if you're familiar with Node.js, you can configure anything. Very probably something like npm run dev, npm run whatever. Then here let's just do build, because here we're trying to build, right? Just do build and say here what we're trying to run is npm install first, then dash dash. That's just preface. Then what we are trying to so imagine you cloned a React app from GitHub. The first thing you like to do, you need to do is of course run npm install, right? So now we are trying to install all the packages in which folder dot in current word client, the current client folder. And we also like to install npm run install. So after installing, what we need to run is the same way I ran npm run build. It's also what I will need to do. But before all these things, I think I should be able to show something. After configuring that, I should be able to show something. Let me just delete this guy. Let me show you guys something. Yeah, so this is gone right now. All right, so this is gone. All right, so let me open my terminal again and show you guys something very quick. Um, I think is this still running? Is our backend still running? Okay, I believe nothing is running. Sorry guys, I believe nothing is running. Let me just delete it back. Now I want to run my backend. I want to run my backend. So I'll show you guys something. I'll show you guys that we've saved our this thing. So remember before you need to, you had to run run the front end and the back end separate, right? So now let me just put this guy. Now I'm running my back end is running on port 5000. So if I do something like localhost instead of 3000, just do 5000. Now you can see it is the front end that is running, right? Because of the down name that I did that time. So this is the front that is running, right? So yeah, it's pretty simple, right? So let me go back to the package addition and continue. So that I can go, not waste our time. So let me just bring back this build and say npm install that preface and preface client and npm run build same way. That's just preface, then you say dot client and npm install like this. So once you do this is what is going to run on render. Yeah, so this guy is done. So I'll just create a new directory and probably call it, sorry, a new repo. Where is it taking time? Create a new repo. Create a new repo and call it I like name. Let me go back and just call it the same name. What's the name of this thing? call the same as that. Their name is full stack. Let me just copy, probably paste it here like this. Full stack. Yeah, full stack, and I have to make it public and create repo. So repo is creating. Yeah, guys, so this is our new repo, right? So you just copy this guy, cool, or you first copy this link here, copy it here, and probably come here and say, let me just rename. Let me first rename this guy so that we don't get any conflicts. Let me just rename it to full S now, full full star like this, for example. And let me bring this guy and say I want to clone the repo we just created. So I want to get this clone to full stack. All right. So what I would like to do is I'll just change that backward and go to my previous thing goes and project, sorry, and then do something like move. Sorry, not move. Cd full star and move server backward and say full stack. Exactly. Now I've moved it right. So let me just, now nothing is here. Change that backward and go into full, full stack. Yeah, so I have server here. I'm run git add git commit git commit dash m and say new commit, something like that. And then I can run git push, right? And git push. Okay. So let's just go back to our direction and see what is, see if our changes that means there's any change. Okay, so we have full stack, and then go to render, and I would like to get an account with GitHub for seamless registration. Now I think I should be there now. So yeah, this is my account, and if you come here on render, you could just click on this new icon and see. So what I'm trying to create is, so if your site is just HTML CSS, and probably, yeah, it's just HTML CSS, you could just create a static site. But this is going to be a web service. So I click on web service, it says build and deploy from GitHub repository. I'll click on next, and it's trying to connect to GitHub repository. So let's wait for it to connect. So it's connected to the repository. So this is the folder I want to deploy. So I'll click on connect. I want it to connect to GitHub repo. Now this name is full stack. The main, then for this source, I would like you to add server because there's entry. And then in this place, since it's Node, if imagine you're deploying it's a Docker app, Go, Python, Ruby, and Rust. So ours is Node, and in this place, instead of yarn, is going to be npm run build, right? And here is going to be node. What's our name of app.js, right? And then choose what is it called, free plan. Choose free plan. And for environmental variable, probably you used mongodb and of course secret. Just get this guy, this is a variable name. Come here, paste it here, get the value. So paste it here, and then new one, this secret, paste it here, and then paste it here as well. Yep, and yeah, can click on create web service. Click on that create web service. So let's just wait for it to build it for us. So it's currently building. So it's checking Git, it's taking the commits using node version this thing, docs, backend, npm install, and you can see the you can see the script I wrote. So this is what it's checking. So let's just wait for it. Just sorry, the service is live. So let's check it out, guys. So let me just scroll up and so let's check it out. So yeah, here you go. So let's try and log in. Let's try and register account again. So let's say it is test test and test at gmail.com, and test is 12345 12345 and register. It said failed fetch. Let's go to inspect and see what is going on. Let's go to console. It said registration failed to fetch. Let me hit it again and see if it's going to okay. So it says access to fetch. Sorry. Okay, it says access to fetch from origin. So this guy has been blocked by core. So we need to do some configuration. And it says the access control allow origin header has a value of this that is not equal to the supply origin. Now this is our front end. Now before deploying it, this is to our so this used to be our front end, right? But right now this is our front end. So if you click on this guy, you see. So this is our front end. So this is what we should replace with the local 3000. So let me just go back here and let's go to. I think that one is in the app.js. It's in the app.js. Let me just go to app.js. Where are you? It's taking some time. All right. So exactly. So this place. So we need to change this guy because this used to be our front end before, but since we deployed it, the front end changed. Sorry. So we need to replace this guy with our front end. Yeah, so this is our front end now. I will save it and I'll also go to my register because that is where I'm calling this backend. That is where this front end is calling the backend. Let me go to source, component, um, register. Now, the essence of doing this is to make it easy. So now they are on the same route, right? They're on the same route because you moved your front end to your backend, and it was the backend that we deployed. So instead of writing this long thing, I will need to remove this guy so this guy doesn't exist again. But if this guy doesn't exist again, sorry, this is how it's going to be right now because they were both saved on the same. Oh, sorry, there's a mistake somewhere. Okay, let me see the error is gone. So let me also do the same thing for the login. So just go to login, wherever you see local is 5000, remove it and just leave the login route because they are both saved on this there. The front end and the back end are sharing the same um, sorry. So after changing this, all I need to do is git add, then git commit, and say probably new commit or something. New commit and say git push. And because you connected your GitHub to what is it called on render, so it has automatic check, so it's going to redeploy automatically if it sees any changes. Yeah, so this is done pushing to GitHub. Let's go back and see. So let me go back to on render. You should pick it up now. You should pick it up. Let me refresh it. All right, so it's done deploying. Let's check it out, guys. Let me try and register again. Sorry. Alright, so you can see it worked. Registration successful. Directly to locals to login. And let's try and log in. At Gmail. Alright, so yeah, let's go. Now you're logged in. So you successfully deployed a full stack application to Render for free, guys. If you like this video, comment, share, and subscribe. It means a lot to me. Till then, bye bye.